There is not too many documentaries that I grew up in the early 90s that impacted me more than Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams was an independently produced documentary. Originally was supposed to be released as a PBS special, but was later then cut down to a 3-hour 3-hour documentary that was played on certain theaters. Now, this film had gained so much popularity that the theater run was actually extended. It had widespread acclaim by both critics and moviegoers alike, being one of the best, if not the best, documentary that came out within the last 10 years. To this day, this documentary hold up very strongly. It follows two urban kids on their quest to become basketball stars. It actually really followed them right from their childhood all the way to their college years. You get to see their success as well as their struggles and failures as they try to make their dreams come true. It basically holds nothing back. It shows a lot of their situation that they go through, how the scouts and the school have pretty much used them. I do mean used them because some of the stuff that was being exposed to was really not fair. One kid was actually thrown out because he was not tall enough. The other one suffered enormous injuries, and it shows how much of an impact it had on both of these urban kids as they try to move forward and make and following their dream of becoming basketball stars. It really was an emotional yet interesting story where I actually cared from beginning to end what really was going to happen. Most importantly, it wasn't just about basketball. It was just about how they was growing up, how they was living, the conditions. Basically, a documentary of these two wonderful guys growing up and trying to overcome a lot of stuff that was not even in the basketball court, but in their daily lives as well. I have nothing but great respect for this documentary. I felt this was like the first time where I didn't touch my popcorn. I was really glued to the screen seeing this movie. This was a magnificent, well done, well edited piece of work that deserved nothing but high praises, and for many great reasons. And to this day, this film made history because this film, and whether you know it or not, when this film was released, this film got robbed. They really did this film no service when they decided to remove this film from the ballot of the Academy Awards. The story was that a bunch of people got wind that if this film was to be put in the Academy for Best Documentary, it will guarantee it will win. So they never put it up for the gallery, and they started making all sorts of excuses. Well, the film is too long. It dragged on, and yet this film was nominated for best editing. So there goes that. So that right there tells you there's something fishy going on. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the film is long. It's 3 hours long, but if you know if you've seen it like I seen it, you don't notice that. It really does flow beautifully. And again, let me explain this. This film was not really meant to become a theater release. It was meant to be released as a PBS special in different parts. So the fact that they actually taken the core pieces of the film, re-edited, and did it for a 3-hour film, and you still don't notice it, that tells you a lot about the film's film credibility as a whole. But again, this film was robbed, and it wasn't until after the fact that it was proven that they was unfairly treated in the Academy that they tried changing some of the rules around. This film, I believe it's on DVD right now. If you are a sports fan or even just a documentary fan, I say rent it. Go look at it. It's a 4-star documentary. It really is one of those best documentaries you get. There's not too many great documentaries out there, mostly because the documentaries that I have grown up with are mostly based on, nature, which I can easily see in on Discovery Channel or Natural Geographics. But this documentary really speaks out towards me and towards a lot of people who just wanted to follow their dreams and are willing to do a lot of, willing to go through a lot of, trials and tribulations to see that dream through. And these kids did that. And for the fact that it made me care for these characters was a positive plus on that part. But if anything, if you're a documentary fan, this is the film I suggest you see. It is a wonderfully done film, 4 stars right off the bat. And a film that I pretty much, once it's over, will pretty much say, yeah, this film is one of the best documentaries of all time. But that's my opinion, of course. You guys may think differently. If you've seen this film before, and you feel have a different approach to it, let me know. If you didn't like this film, please let me know anyway. I'd like to know. Until then, this is J77 signing off.